There are almost 4,000 snake species alive today, and the vast majority of these species are not a threat to humans. Most small to medium-sized snakes usually target small rodents, amphibians, and birds, but some of the giants have the potential to become man-eaters. It's estimated that around 80,000 to 137,000 people are killed by snakes each year, but almost all of these fatalities are caused by venomous snakes. India has more fatalities due to snake bites than any other country, and this is mostly due to a few important factors. It has a large number of aggressive venomous snakes. Anti-venom is hard to come by in poorer areas, and it has a massive human population. Of course, venomous snakes do not intentionally seek out and bite humans, but instead they bite in self-defense if they are threatened. In today's video, we won't be focusing on these smaller deadly snakes, as instead we'll be taking a look at some of the largest snakes in the world. Some of the giant snakes of the world are so powerful that they are able to take down surprisingly large prey, and in some cases they even take down other apex predators. Even though it's extremely rare, they have been known to target man, and this is why they haunt the nightmares of many people around the world. To find our first species, we'll be heading over to India, as we'll be taking a look at the Indian python. The Indian python and the Burmese python were once considered to be the same species, but today they are rightly recognized as separate species. It is smaller than its relative the Burmese python, but it's still one of the largest snakes in the world. The largest verified specimen was found in Pakistan and measured a whopping 4.6 meters, and this snake weighed in at 53 kilograms. The Indian python is a master of all habitats, as it can be found in many different biomes across its range, including grasslands, swamps, open woodlands, and river valleys. They prefer areas with access to large bodies of water, and this is where the Indian pythons prefer to hunt. Like most other snakes, the Indian python is not picky when it comes to what they feed on, but they do seem to prefer mammals. Some of the larger specimens are known to target deer such as chital, and they have also been rumoured to have taken the lives of humans. Even though there have been no recorded incidents of Indian pythons killing humans in the wild, there have been a few unconfirmed reports, and they have been known to try and take the lives of humans. In July of this year, a man was attacked by one of these pythons in India, and the snake chose to strike when he was most vulnerable. The man was going for a number 2 when the giant snake attacked him, but thankfully he was able to fight back and call for help. Predatory attacks such as this are extremely rare, and most pythons do not see humans directly as a food source. Children and women are more at risk, and the fact that the man was squatting could have explained why the snake attacked. In the situation that he was in, the man would have looked a lot smaller than he actually was, and this might have been the reason why the snake attacked. We'll never know the true reason for sure, but I think it's safe to say that the Indian python is capable of being a man-eater. The next 2 snakes are very closely related to each other, and for this reason I'll be grouping them together. The Central African rock python and the Southern African rock python are found in Central and South Africa, and in some locations their ranges overlap. In these areas it's common to find hybrids, and the hybrids share physical features and traits of both species. The Central African rock python is the larger of the 2 species, with some specimens exceeding 6 meters in length. Just like the Indian python, they can be found in a wide range of habitats, and they prefer areas near bodies of water as the water helps to hide them from their prey. Even though they mostly choose to target large birds and mammals, in some cases they have been known to target small crocodiles. This predator-prey relationship is similar to that of the Burmese python and the American alligator in Florida, but we'll get to that snake a little later on in the video. Unfortunately, just like the Burmese python, they are feared to be establishing a healthy invasive population in Florida, with the first African rock pythons being sighted in the Everglades in the 1990s. If you're a Floridian, you have little to fear as attacks on humans are relatively rare, but the damage that they can cause to the ecosystem is substantial. The African rock pythons cause damage to the Floridian ecosystem by competing with and preying on the native species, and along with the other invasive snakes in Florida, they have contributed to a massive decline in mammal numbers. The southern African rock python is far less likely to attack humans, but the central African rock python has been responsible for a few fatal attacks over the years. In almost all attacks in the wild, children or teenagers are the target, and surprisingly there have been a few fatal attacks that have taken place in North America. These attacks didn't take place in Florida, as instead they took place inside of people's homes. A fully grown African rock python is not an easy pet to take care of, and if it escapes it can become very dangerous. Thankfully, cases such as this are extremely rare, and these giant pythons are far more interested in targeting other creatures. The reticulated python is the world's longest snake, but there are a few other snakes that have a larger maximum weight. This snake is named after its reticulated net-like pattern, and its beautiful scales have caused this snake a lot of problems. Reticulated pythons are believed to be one of the most economically important reptiles worldwide, and this is because they are popular pets, and because they are hunted for their skin and for their use in traditional medicine. Fortunately, this hunting hasn't led to their demise, as they are currently listed as least concern. One of the main reasons why it isn't threatened is because it's great at taking over new lands, and today it has a massive distribution. It's known for being an incredible swimmer, and it can sometimes be found far out at sea. This ability allows it to take over new ecosystems, and it's the reason why such large snakes can be found on relatively small islands. The true maximum size of the reticulated python is hard to verify, as there are many claims and reports, but some of these have turned out to be false. It's believed that they can reach a maximum length in the wild of around 8 to 10 meters, and a snake of this size can weigh around 160 kilograms. Most small to medium-sized reticulated pythons feed on small to medium-sized mammals, but some of the giants have been known to target larger animals such as civets and binturongs. One of the largest prey animals recorded was a half-starved sun bear, but usually a healthy sun bear would be able to fight back. Just like with all of the other snakes in this video, attacks on humans are rare, but the reticulated python is far more likely to target humans than the previously featured snakes. Many attacks go unreported as they happen in rural areas, but there have been at least 6 reported man-eaters over the years. Unlike the previous snakes, they will target fully grown men and women, and this is why they are feared across their range. They can sometimes be found on the outskirts of Bangkok, and they are so powerful that usually 2 men are needed to remove them. One of the most recent attacks happened only a month ago in Thailand, but thankfully the lady was rescued by the police. The terrifying incident was captured on a body cam, and the woman did very well to fend off the snake until help arrived. This story just illustrates how dangerous these snakes can be, but we kill far more of them than they do of us. The Burmese python is a bit of a regular on the channel, and this is mostly because of the damages that it's causing in Florida. As I touched on earlier on in the video, the Burmese python has a massive invasive population in Florida, with estimates ranging from 30,000 to 300,000 individuals. It is listed as vulnerable across its native range, and that's because its population declined at least 30% in the first decade of the 21st century. In the wild, they do suffer from diseases and parasites, but the main reason behind their decline in their native range is because they are hunted for their skins. Despite their size, they are popular pets, and they can grow to over 2 meters in a year if power fed. The Burmese python got into the Everglades through the pet trade, and today the Floridian government is doing everything it can to eradicate them. Keeping Burmese pythons is now restricted in Florida, and if you are caught breaking the laws or releasing them into the wild, you could be imprisoned for more than 7 years or fined $500,000 if convicted. There are multiple competitions and rewards for catching these pythons in Florida, with one of the top prizes being $10,000. Thankfully, no fatal attacks have occurred in Florida, and this is partly due to their easygoing nature. They are believed to be less aggressive than other python species, and this was part of the reason why they were very popular pets. Despite this, attacks do still happen, but it seems as though most fatal attacks occur in captivity, as they are very unlikely to approach humans in the wild. So even though they are fully capable of doing so, they rarely attack and kill humans. And now we can move on to our final 2 species. I've grouped the green anaconda and the northern green anaconda together in this video because until very recently they were considered to be the same species. These two snakes are believed to be the largest snakes in the world, but the true maximum size of these snakes is very hard to verify. Because anacondas are so powerful and potentially dangerous, it's very hard to get accurate measurements in the wild, and the equipment needed to weigh these colossal animals is very hard to transport. The fact that these animals are found in very remote aquatic habitats also doesn't help the situation, and this is why there are many reported giants, but the sizes reported are very hard to verify. Anacondas are mostly nocturnal and aquatic, and they feed on a wide variety of aquatic and semi-aquatic prey, with nothing being off the menu. Some large specimens will target capybara and tapirs, and it's not unheard of for jaguars and large caiman to be taken by these reptiles. Anacondas are often portrayed in films and media as swift, agile man-eaters, but surprisingly anacondas don't usually see humans as a food source. There is no verified evidence of green anacondas consuming humans, although we have tried to make them do so. Back in 2014, wildlife author and entertainer Paul Rizzoli attempted to get eaten by a green anaconda, and this was for the TV program Eaten Alive. Thankfully, Paul was not intending to die in this stunt, as he was going to be wearing a protective suit designed to keep him alive. At first, the anaconda didn't seem very interested in Paul, but eventually, after they doused him in pig blood, the anaconda latched on. Before the anaconda could fully attempt to swallow Paul, the stunt was called off, as it was deemed far too dangerous to carry on. This is probably a very smart decision because the suit could have failed, and the green anacondas are so powerful that he could have easily lost his life. After its premiere, Eaten Alive was widely criticised for false advertising because of the failed stunt, but this just shows us that green anacondas are far less likely to attack and consume humans than other large snakes. Despite this, it's clear that they are fully capable of doing so, and for that reason, they have a place on this list. If there are any other snakes that you believe should have made it into this video, then let me know down in the comments below. But for now, thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye.